So I did a video lesson the other day with a lady who had started her own 3-year-old and did a really nice job getting him started, and they were walking but she couldn't get him to trot. And I get quite a few messages from people asking me, how do you get a young horse to go forward to trot? And what I have noticed in a lot of cases, not all cases, but a lot of cases, when they're starting the horse, walking around and steering, they're not setting the horse up correctly to go on into the trot. And what I mean by setting the horse up, they're not putting the horse's body in a position so that the horse can move forward, engage the back end, lift the front end, and transition into a trot. So that's what I want to talk to you about today. How to set your horse up to move forward. To get him in a position so that he can transition into a trot, what you need to do is you need to get his shoulders soft and you need to get his hips engaged. That's kind of a nervous feeling with a young horse, but that's what needs to happen. So the two parts of that is I am going to lift when I pull my hand. I'm basically pulling towards my sternum. Probably just made some static on the microphone. Basically pulling towards the middle of my chest. What that does, the horse will break at the pole and lift his shoulders. I'm pulling here. And at the same time I'm pulling there, I'm using my legs to tell the horse to go, which lifts his back and engages the back end. It's very simple, but it's very important. A lot of the beginner riders that I have come here, and some of them that have taken lessons before, they have their hands right here. And in the very beginning, I remember being taught to put my hands right there too. But as my riding progressed, and I started asking the horses to do more, I realized that this position here was not good for me or the horse. That was getting my body stiff, and that was getting the horse heavy on his front end and leaning on my hands. So what I have started to do that has helped my body and helped the horse's transition is I've lifted my hands up just a little bit. I know in equitation, they say a straight line, elbow through the hand, through the bit. I don't go by that. Your hand should be higher than that straight line. That's the equitation that I want for my horses to do correctly, to work correctly. Let's walk. And when I steer my horse, I'm lifting my hand. I know that, see how that's a broken line. I don't have that straight line. I don't want that straight line. I'm lifting my hand, and that is putting the horse in a position so that he can steer easier and he can engage his back end easier. Also, when stops, I'm lifting my hand and stop, and I'm lifting my hands in the back. Right now, he has his head up. Not worried about that. I really don't care how high or low his head is. Right now, he's distracted. There's cow feed over there. There's cows over there fixing to come in and eat. He's distracted with all that. So by lifting my hands up like this, I'm setting that horse up correctly to step around. I'm setting him up in a position where he can back. And I'm setting him up in a position where he can transition up and transition down. Anytime I'm asking for a downward transition, I'm doing the same lift as I am when I'm asking for an upward transition. This is the tight pull and the position that I want for all my horses. This is what I ask for my reining horses and my cow horses. This is how I set my horses up to get those nice big spins and those nice big stops. This is Red. I'll put a link to some of the other videos that I've done with him. Until next time, thank you for watching.